Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the flaws of Itachi from Naruto and how he's a flawed character. I've actually been meaning to make this video for a long time, but I'm just getting to it now. So yeah, let's get into it. Now if we actually examine Itachi's character, it's not really his fault how he turned out. It's mostly due to a change in character direction that the writer wanted to take, and ultimately it was just a poor decision. When Itachi was a villain at the start of Naruto, that's when he was a good character. He was a good villain. He killed the Uchiha, he traumatized Sasuke, and he's the reason why Sasuke basically isn't happy with life. And so the viewer sees Itachi as a villain, which is understandable. That's what the writer wanted us to see him as. But then for some reason in Shippuden, Kishimoto decided to kind of transform Itachi's character from a villain into like a tragic fallen hero, which it just doesn't make any sense. Like they tried to show like, oh, here's what actually happened, you know, we didn't have the full story. Okay, cool. But the way they try to justify him as a fallen hero, it's just stupid. It doesn't make any sense. So let's go over what Itachi actually did. So, he killed the whole Uchiha clan, okay? He didn't even kill the whole Uchiha clan. He got Tobi or whatever to kill the actual, like, you know, like police force. He killed the civilians, like the elderly people, the women, the children, you know, that's who Itachi killed. And the reason Itachi does this is because the Uchiha were gonna have a coup d'etat against the Konoha leadership because they blamed the Uchiha for the Nine Tails attack on the village. They thought it was them, and they just were kind of afraid of the Uchiha, which kind of isolated them. Now, why would the Uchiha be mad about this? Well, if we go back to the village's formation, it was the Uchiha and the Senju who co-founded the village together. So now that they're basically, you know, being like alienated and treated as dangerous, makes them feel upset, rightfully, you know, like they basically have no power in the village, and the leadership is against the Uchiha. Basically, they kind of treat them like an outside group, even though they're supposed to be together. But so basically, that's why they want to do the coup d'etat. They want to make the Itachi's father the Hokage, and basically, to prevent this coup d'etat and like a little civil war from happening, Itachi, with the advice from Danzo, decides that, you know, it's his job to kill his whole clan and stop them from having coup d'etat. Now when Itachi fans hear about this, they think to themselves, oh wow, that's so sad, Itachi's such a tragic character, oh my god, he had to kill his village, that's so sad, he did it for the greater good. But basically all he did was stop an oppressed group from being able to fight for themselves in the society. Like, we can compare a real world event like the civil rights movement in America. African Americans wanted, you know, equal rights, and, you know, there was some violence going on because of, you know, the inequality. So imagine instead of like them fighting for their rights, someone just like killed off all the African Americans so that there would be no, you know, conflict. Does that make any sense? Does that sound justified? No, but people say what Itachi did was justified for whatever reason. But he killed non-combatants. He killed women and children. He didn't even kill people who were just, you know, planning the coup d'etat like his father and like some of the other men. No, he killed elderly. He killed all Uchihas, except his brother, of course. And let's get into the problem with him not killing his brother right away here. Basically, to make himself feel better or whatever, he spared Sasuke. But did he really spare Sasuke? So when he did the slaughter, he did the like genjutsu thing where he made Sasuke like see all the villagers dying, and he told him that he's not gonna kill him because he's too weak. He basically just tortured Sasuke mentally, it traumatized him. And everyone thinks, oh, he wanted to make him stronger. Yeah, he wanted to make him stronger, but the reality of the situation is Sasuke ended up hating his life. He ended up leaving the village and joining forces with the Orochimaru just to try and be able to kill his brother. He wanted to get, the only thing he cared about was getting stronger. His life basically had no meaning. He only lived for revenge. He almost died to Orochimaru just so that he could try and have his revenge. And Itachi, apparently this is what he wanted, which is messed up. His little brother suffered because of his actions. And in the end, he didn't even get to have the satisfaction of killing Itachi, because he just kind of, toyed with him in like the final battle, and like died from like exhaustion and to his disease and stuff, whatever. He's a coward. Itachi is a coward. He kills innocents, and he tortured his only family member, and that's like, he's trying to say like, oh, I love you so much, brother, even though he's a piece of shit brother, really. He's a terrible person. Itachi is a monster. This is what people don't understand. People think he's actually a fallen hero, but he's genuinely just a monster. And he didn't even only harm the Uchiha clan, he literally killed those other Anbu agents. He tortured Kakashi with Tsukiyomi. He was literally willing to capture Naruto. People say, oh, he was doing that to keep the peace still. But really? Like, I feel like they literally changed his like character direction like midway through Shippuden, bro. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, apparently he joined the Akatsuki to be like a spy, but he never actually gave any information to the Leaf. He was just in the Akatsuki helping them and stuff. Like, what kind of spy was he? He never gave any intel. He's literally just a psychopath. He killed his own family. Like, bro, you have to be like someone to choose like a corrupt government to oppress your family over your own family. Like, why? Oh, he wanted to avoid the war. Like, okay, like his family deserved a chance to fight for themselves. The village was formed with the two clans being equal, and now they were, they had like a low standing, and they were trying to fight for their standing. And none of this would be so bad if he was just kept as like the villain that he was meant to be originally. It'd make more sense. But for some reason, they wanted to make him seem like a tragic fallen hero, and people ate this up. Like, they listened to like them playing sad music during the episode. Like, wow, dude, this is so sad. I feel so bad for Itachi. He went through so much pain. Yeah, having like severe mental issues to the point where you kill your own family and convince yourself it's for the greater good, even though they're oppressed. I'm sure that is pretty painful, yeah. And then torturing your younger brother, giving him such an empty life. He would have been better off dead, by the way. It would have been way better if he killed Sasuke. He would have been much happier. But he gave him an empty, shallow life filled with hate and revenge to make him stronger. And in the end, he didn't even get to avenge his clan, since Itachi just kind of died to exhaustion, and he didn't actually get to kill him. He wasn't actually stronger than Itachi. So Itachi is just not a good human, and the fact that people like look at Itachi as some kind of hero, it's really sad, and it's just disappointing. I don't know why they had to change him. I think he would have been like really cool as like a serious villain, but no, he was apparently a spy, and yeah, like, okay, that's that, I guess. You have anything to comment or disagree with me on something, or maybe I left something out, I don't know. Like, just let me know in the comments, and yeah, see you guys later.